Hey everybody, it's Matthew Lee with the Tao of Kung Fu, and I wanted to share with you a really special Qigong today that I use to close out every one of my classes, whether I'm training with private instruction or I'm doing group classes. I like to start and end my classes with a little bit of Qigong. The way that you start exercising is really important. You want to make sure that you're always warming up so that you avoid injuries and you can heal up correctly. But the way that you end practice is equally as important. Just like in yoga studios, when I go and do yoga practice here in San Francisco, they always end with a relaxing meditation and sometimes a nice chant or a nice thought of the day or something like that, and you walk out feeling really relaxed and relieved of stress. And of course, working out, yoga, is a hardcore workout. Kung Fu should be a hardcore workout, and you're sore, you tensed muscles, and you used a lot of energy. So at the end of the practice, you really want to ground yourself and get that nice relaxed feeling. This is my grounding Qigong that I do to end class with. The element I use for this, or the concept, is a water, and like a hot water, like a warm tea or something like that. So as we're filling these different areas, you want to be imagining this tea. So you really use your imagination in Qigong and in meditation. It's one of the big principles that's super important with it. A lot of people will argue with me like Qi doesn't exist, prove it exists, this and that. But I always say, hey, prove to me that stress exists. You say you're stressed, but prove that there is stress. Like, everything is in our mind, whether it's stress or Qi. It doesn't need to necessarily be proven, even though there's no scientific data or proof. It's just a leap of faith. So meditation and Qigong and things like that are just a leap of faith. If it works and it makes you feel more relaxed and feel more grounded and rooted, then it exists. So the element for this one is water. We're going to use really slow, deep, controlled breaths. Our tongue is going to be curled up, touching the roof of the mouth. I'm going to be talking through this, so mine isn't necessarily going to be. But let's get started, and I'll show you how I end my classes. We're going to go right hand under the navel and above the pubic bone, left hand over that. Some schools will tell you traditionally women do the opposite, left hand and then right. So you can do, what that tells me is a lot of times it doesn't matter, either one works. But traditionally I do right over left. So we're going to breathe in and focus on this area. We're just on all four corners of our feet. So that means I'm not forward on my toes, I'm not back on my heels, but I'm even to where I'm not inward on the inner step, or I'm outward on the outer ridge of the foot. I'm equally on all four corners of the foot. My hips are directly over that, so my legs are relaxed. My shoulders are directly over the hips, so the hips can relax, the lower back can relax, and the head is directly over the shoulders. The crown point of the head is high, so my good Tai Chi posture. As I breathe down to this area, first couple of breaths, I just want to notice how my upper body is expanding as I breathe in and contracting as I exhale. And then I want to start feeling this warmth in my palms and just concentrate on how warm my palms are getting. And I'm going to concentrate on this area of my abdomen and feel it. Just imagine it filling with warm water. And just feel it getting heavy and relaxing, just like we're slipping into a warm bath. Just stomach first. After I do that for maybe 5 to 10 breaths, we're going to draw the hands, and we're going to keep this connection down this line. all the way down to the outside corner of the knee. The center of the palm over that. And we're going to breathe, focusing our breath down into the knee. And this water is going to overflow and drop down and start filling up this point in the leg. I'm also going to concentrate on keeping the legs just as relaxed as possible. Once I start feeling a good warm sensation in my knee, with the palms helping warm up this location, I imagine that water filling up this point, and I might even feel like a buzzing, like a little electricity in there. I'm going to draw across the top of the knee and then go to the opposite diagonal corner here. So now we've got this line coming from our stomach, pouring into this part of the knee, and then that one overflowing, pouring into this part of the knee. And we're going to do the same thing, 4 to 5 breaths in this point. Then when we're done there, we feel it warm, we've imagined it filling up with water, that nice warm tea water. We're going to draw down and we're going to circle around the big toe. And here I'm not trying to stretch, I'm not pulling against the lower back, I'm just relaxing in, I'm letting the head hang. And I'm just breathing and I'm feeling that big toe fill up with water. Generating heat in the big toe and feeling that line all the way up from the kneecaps, into the hips, up into the stomach. Once I've done the toes, be careful here, one hand at a time. I go center of the palm to the center of the foot. You can put a little bit of weight into your hands here. This also stretches out the wrists. So if you've been doing some conditioning like push-ups on your fists or doing hand conditioning, this is a great stretch for the wrists. However, you can do this comfortably. Just make sure you're comfortable. So you relax, you get that warm feeling in the bottom of the foot. Again, it's going to be about 5 to 10 breaths here. When we're done here, release and then come back over the center of the feet. Our hands are going to drop up and then just cupping the back of the knees. We're going to relax the lower back, let the head hang. Make sure from here you're not pulling on the knee, but you're just lightly touching and cupping it. We have this entire line going from the back of our knee, the center of our foot, the big toe, up the inside of the shin to the kneecap, to the outside of the kneecap, up to the outside of the thigh, into the abdomen. Then slowly roll your back up as you draw your hands up, and we're going to come to the lower back, putting the center of the palms over the kidneys. And as we breathe, we're just going to fill the kidneys up, feeling them become warm, maybe getting that nice buzzing sensation, starting to feel noticeably more relaxed. The last point is circling around the hip bones and back to the dantian area, the abdomen, lower abdomen. So now we've got this whole circle connection down through the legs, up through the kidneys, and into the abdomen. We feel now, as we're sitting here, we're concentrating on how heavy and relaxed and fluid our legs feel. This is also a really great Qigong to do just before you're doing Tai Chi. It really relaxes you and just makes you feel like a cloud. Then the last part of this Qigong is we're going to do a body scan starting up high, and we're going to look for any tension throughout the body. So if you have tension in your jaw, you want to imagine it just crumbling like a dirt clod, and then falling and hitting this water, and starting to sink down and out through the legs. Tension in the neck, crumbling like a dirt clod, and just falling into this water. Shoulder tension, chest, back, abdomen, ribs, any tension just dissolving and sinking into the water, all the way down the legs, melting, knees breaking up, and just picture it all flowing out into the earth. All those dirt clods broken up belong in the earth anyways, not in the body. And then kind of come back and just focus on how relaxed you feel, how wonderful, right? Good workout, good breathing, 5 or 10 minutes worth. And now you're nice and relaxed. You can start the rest of your day and or continue the rest of your day, which I am going to do right now because I am starving. So enjoy the Qigong, and as always, thanks for watching.